Hello everyone, and welcome back to Figure Review. On this episode, we're taking a look at Defining Moments, Sting. Now this is a figure people have been waiting on for years. And the Stinger finally got made by Mattel, now that Sting signed with WWE, and right out of the gate, we got an awesome figure representing Sting's fight with Hollywood Hogan at Starrcade 97. Let's take a look. Right off the top, a great head scan representing Sting from that time period. I don't know if they scanned Sting and adjusted it somewhat to get the look that he had at the time, but it really is a great facial resemblance to Sting at the time. Great job there by Mattel. I feel like maybe they should have went the other way with it, or not had this skin tone right at the top, just because it kind of looks weird. I know that's how he wore it at the time, but if you're not going to do it right, maybe you shouldn't do it. As you can see, it's missing from the hairline. Like, they should have just painted the whole thing and then put the hairpiece. It looks like they put the hairpiece and then painted in, so that's a little knock on it, but it's still not too bad. From what I've seen, most of the faces are painted very well with the black. Looks really good. A great job on the hair. Really matches that look at the time very well. And then, of course, something we don't get nearly as often as we used to from Mattel is actual cloth accessories. And this jacket is just great. Sits well. That's always a big problem with doing any sort of cloth in this scale, is that it doesn't hang like it does on full-size people, because there's just not enough cloth to weigh itself down. So a lot of times stitching has to be put in to make it sit a certain way, and they did a great job with this. It doesn't look, all the things they did to make it sit right is not obvious and doesn't take away from the realism of the figure. And of course, Sting, gotta have that black bat, man. You got to. Not too much to go over here. It's a black baseball bat. Of course, if you're the ultra nitpicker of all nitpickers, this is supposed to be a wooden bat painted black. And of course, Sting just uses a plain old steel bat that's black. So if you're really gonna break it down to the littlest tiny bits, they could have made it all smooth bat instead of a wood grain bat. But man, you gotta be the detail OCD king to be going that far. I think it looks pretty good. As you see, a beautiful jacket here, but let's take it off and take a look at the figure underneath. And there he is, the man called Sting. As you can see, Sting is another one of those figures where everything but the arms is brand new. Harkens to the Stephanie McMahon Elite 37 I reviewed last week. All new torso, as you can see, the shoulder pads here. The necklace is molded on, which I think is a better idea. Sometimes when Mattel does necklaces, understandably, they're just too thick, because they don't want it to be so flimsy that it just breaks. But the molded on one just looks better. This may look boring on the back, but this is how the outfit was. It was just all black on the back. Not a lot you can do there. Good sculpting to make it look like cloth is about all you can say there. Nice muscular arms. Sting was always a big dude. That would be maybe a little slight knock on this, is the torso could be a little bigger. Sting is a pretty big dude. Maybe not Batista size, but physically, he's pretty hefty. Like a slightly less jacked John Cena. So this is a little lean for the Stinger. Awesomely detailed scorpion throughout the attire here, coming down onto the hip. Great job there. And then we have the padding down the front. Sting, of course, famous for the padding on the attire once he flipped a crow Sting. And he's got the crotch padding, thigh padding, and knee padding there. And then awesome Sting-style boots with the nice buckles. Buckles are painted. That's a nice touch. And overall, just a great-looking figure in general. This is one of those figures, there's not a lot to knock on here, and especially with the cloth coat and the bat. I mean, I think you have to give this guy a 10 out of 10. There's really only comes down to, did you get a good Sting with the best paint apps? And maybe they could have went with molded gloves instead of just painting the wrist and hands black. With that said, Ooh. I think I still gotta give him a 10 out of 10. It's just, especially the first time out, to have it this accurate, that's a great job there by Mattel. Definitely an awesome figure. You love WCW, you love Sting, definitely go out and pick this one up. Now, next time on Figure Review, we'll be taking a look at another great exclusive. It's the Toys R Us Money in the Bank Cash-In, Seth Rollins. Thanks for watching, everybody.